Hey guys, Jam here, and today's going to be a bit of a chill one. I just wanted to kind of showcase my Space Wolves army that I've been building out throughout the year and kind of discuss my experience learning 40k in 11th edition while playing this army as well. Also bear with me if I'm looking a bit fried because it's currently like a bazillion degrees in this loft room and I'm dying with no fan on at the moment. So anyway, I started this year off with wanting to finally have a playable Space Wolves army because I've always wanted one. I've had them in different stages and through different systems, but it was time to finally lock in. And in particular lock in with my dream of just Terminators and Dreadnoughts, plus, you know, they're quicker to paint as well. Well, saying that, I still have quite a lot of highlighting to do, but like I said, I wanted to play with this army. I really wanted to get into that side of the hobby because I always just kind of sit at this desk, not really interacting with any other elements of the hobby or the community at all. Well, apart from these videos, I guess. Now, if I remember correctly, I think I started this army off with either the Terminator Librarian or the Chaplain. You know, that kind of brings me into my main beef of learning 11th edition so far, and that's the fact that with Space Wolves you need 2 codexes. And I mean, it's a little bit frustrating, especially now when you know the new Space Marine Codex is going to come out in like a month or two, so I don't want to buy the old one. And as much as this is a Space Wolves army, it is actually 90% normal Space Marines because I've only got 2 units of Wolfguard Terminators and the rest are just normal Terminators. And again, that kind of brings me to my other point of that side is the Chaplain and Librarian can't attach themselves to any of the official Space Wolf models, which doesn't really make any sense to me. Yeah, I get Space Wolves don't have Chaplains and Librarians, but they have their versions of it, just words. You know, like the Librarian is just a rune priest. So I don't understand why there's that restriction there. Especially as there's no like official rune priest model you can buy right now apart from Najal. I think that's how you pronounce that. So yeah, that's just kind of my first kind of problem at the moment in the beginning of this edition. Is that I'm having to use other people's data sheets like while I'm playing the game. Like, oh, by the way, what does this Dreadnought do? What does this Assault Terminator Squad do? Because I have no idea, and I own the Space Wolves Codex, but I'm not going to, like I said before, I'm not going to buy another one when it's going to be out of date within a month or two. And when it does come out, I really hope that all the Space Marine units can mix with official Space Wolfy ones, because again, I want to make a Terminator Captain, which would be my Wolf Lord, and all these other things, but if they can't connect to my other units, it just, I don't know, it feels a bit weird to me. Alright, and that kind of brings me on to maybe my second, I wouldn't say it's a negative thing, just it might just be because I'm learning at the moment and just trying to process all the rules and all that kind of stuff, because I did play a bit in 8th edition, but then you guys all kind of know the world shut down for a very long time and then I just didn't play. So I'm very new to the game, so that might be a big factor in it, but I'm not feeling any narrative vibes, and I'm a very narrative-based person, hence why I do kitbashing. I like custom characters and stuff like that. Now, like I said, maybe once I'm a bit more streamlined with the rules, I can kind of just tinker around with other stuff. But at the moment, it just feels like moving units around to score points. So it doesn't feel like you're playing in a world. It feels like you're playing a game, if that makes any sense. Almost kind of like chess-y. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if that's just a personal thing, because I'm busy learning at the moment. And I've not had many games. I've had like 2 or 3 games at the moment, so like I said, very new into it. But on the flip side of that, the kind of community that I've been gaming with recently is having a sort of campaigny thing later in the year, a bit more of like a chill vibe, so hopefully by then I'll learn the game a bit more and get some more of that kind of fluffy flavor, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I just thought I'd mention that because I know at the beginning of the edition I heard a lot of people saying like, oh, this is more of a narrative driven edition and all that kind of stuff, but again, that's probably just a me thing. I don't really know yet. But now onto more of the fun and positive things. What's it been like playing with an only Terminator and Dreadnought list? And I gotta say, it's actually been pretty fun. It's a bit hit and miss with the games I've had so far. I mean, they're obviously quite durable, relatively killy as well. Although I gotta say, this Ballista's Dreadnought over here is, I wouldn't say useless, but the one game I had, he was literally just having a pillow fight because he was just doing no damage at all. I mean, I really want a Brutalis Dreadnought in this army. That just feels like it makes more sense to me, but this is just what I had on hand at the time. And with the Wolfguard Terminators, I found that just the standard power weapons, so far seem to do the most damage, because I think you get like 4 attacks per guy, hitting on 3s and stuff like that, so it's pretty decent. And then running them as, I can't remember now, the Saga of Song, something like that. Let me look it up. Yeah, that's it, Legends of Saga and Song. That's what I'm playing right now because it really helps out Terminators, and obviously that's what I've got right here. And it is quite funny, I've always heard people say that the last unit that you paint up, the one you're most excited about, is generally the first one that'll be wiped off the board. And the last unit I did to get this army going was my super custom Wolfguard Terminators, you know, the ones with the pelts and the fur. Like I say, I've done videos on pretty much every single unit in this box over here. I mean, I've even done a video on the box itself, so check all those out after this video. But yeah, that Wolfguard Terminator one that I did, first game I ever had, they were the first unit to get completely wiped off the board. They did nothing, so that was probably a me thing, just rushing them into like the lion's den, I guess, which is funny because I was playing Dark Angels, no pun intended. But on the flip side of that, I also had like a 2v2 game versus Orcs and Imperial Guard, and I gotta say, having such a low model count versus a swarm of Orcs did not end well for me because they were absolutely surrounded. So yeah, I don't think this is possibly the best list for horde armies and stuff like that. Again, I might just be playing it wrong, so let me know. And on to my next positive thing, and definitely the biggest thing for me, and that's after every single game I've played so far, I've just come home with so much motivation. Like I said, I've spent years and years of just doing this kind of hobby stuff on my own, having ideas for army lists and stuff like that, but never playing them, that motivation just kind of dies. It's like, why am I doing this kind of thing? But actually taking them out to games, seeing them on the table, just moving them around, just every week that just kicks up that motivation a little bit more. I come back home, I'm like, okay, this is what I'm missing, I want this unit, and I just want to expand the army all the time now. Hence why I've been doing so many Space Wolf videos recently. I know you guys are probably bored of them by now, but my personal hobby just feels like it's really kicking off at the moment. And like I said, I feel like I've tapped into that other half of the hobby and community that I've never really used before. So yeah, I think that's like my main takeaway. It's just the pure inspiration and motivation that I've been getting from these games. I think also because my army is so restricted to Terminators and Dreadnoughts, it is also kind of motivating me to be like, well, maybe I want to do some more other units because I noticed I didn't perform too well in this kind of scenario or something like that. So it just makes me want to expand out into all these different units. But also at the same time, I do want to add like maybe another 500 points of dreadnoughts and Terminators. Maybe even expand to a full 2,000 points of just them. I don't know how terrible that would be, but it would just be really fun to do. And as for like the last kind of thing, just like the personal hobby side of it, because like I said, I've kind of been rushing this army a little bit. My plan for my Space Wolves was to be like every single guy is a character, customized, but I never get my projects done, so I really wanted to just get these guys done. So they're not as custom as I would like, they're not as highlighted and as cleanly painted as I'd like, but to be honest, just having them on the table, playing them, again, that fun and inspiration almost kind of outweighs the fact that they're not where I want them to be right now. And nothing's stopping me from coming back and just upgrading them a bit in the future. That's actually something I want to do in live streams at some point, but like I said, it's so hot at the moment, I couldn't think of anything worse than sitting next to my computer for like an hour or two every night, streaming. So yeah, I definitely think the kind of balance I've struck between quality and just getting them done has been worth it. Sorry about that, guys, my camera just kind of pooped itself. I think it's getting a bit too hot in here. So I'm going to stop waffling, but I want you guys to let me know what's your experience with 11th edition so far as an experienced player or someone that's just learning. Like, is it narrative? Am I just not at that point already deep diving into it all yet? And just importantly, are you guys having fun with it? And you get the same kind of inspiration seeing the models on the table and you just want to go home and immediately just add more units to the army. But also more importantly, let me know if you enjoy this style of video, because obviously I always just do like kit bashing, painty kind of stuff. I never really do these talky head things. But I wanted to give it a go because like I said, this is my first time really diving into that community gaming side of the hobby. But yeah, it's definitely getting way too hot and stuffy for me, so I gotta go. But as always, like I said before, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do, all the YouTubey stuff, like, share, subscribe. And if you want to go the step further to help me keep my bits box full and all these kinds of videos, then I've got all the supporty links in the description below. But yeah, I'm going to go and add some more units to this army. Looking forward to more games, especially the narrative-y stuff coming up later in this year. And just kind of getting a bit more fluent with the rules, because that will definitely help with the fun side of things, I think, when you're not just trying to study at the same time. But until the next time, guys, bye-bye.